Confessions of a Yoga Teacher. Um.
In California, yoga was the food for hippies in the 1960s and 70s, but still very foreign, unknown, and feared in the Deep South, even in the lively city that care forgot, with its wild Mardi Gras, my beloved New Orleans. I was 18 years of age when my teacher felt it was time to share the teachings with others. Being extremely shy and in a city where no one knew what yoga was would not be easy. Remember, this was a time before the internet, cell phones, and social media. Advertising a class was not as easy as sending out a Facebook post. I went to the only place to get the word out, the Times-Picayune, our local newspaper, to place a classified ad, only to be told that they don't run ads of a religious nature. They literally would not let me run a yoga class ad. It would be many years later till they would allow such an ad. So I had to make loads of flyers, posting on every bulletin board in the city that I could find, which were not very many. These predated all the Starbucks and local coffee houses that now blanket the city. The problem with bulletin boards was that they cleared off the flyers every week, which became a regular job. The YMCA was one of the first places I approached to offer yoga classes. They were firmly against it, saying they could not allow it because they were a Christian organization and yoga was a religion. I explained to them that I was a Christian and that yoga just made me a better Christian. Dubious, they said they would take it to the board, where a few weeks later I gave the board members, mostly older men in suits, a yoga class which they thoroughly enjoyed, which secured me a job teaching on their schedule. There were two Ys at the time, one in Metairie and the other downtown in the original building built in 1929, the Lee Circle YMCA. Hanging around outside were lonely, unemployed older men who had made the Y home. The downtown facility tended to attract more students, so I taught more classes there. At night, I taught in a large, drafty room with concrete floors. We had to push the tables and chairs out of the way to give us enough space to practice on the floor. You could hear the streetcar and traffic as it passed by, as well as a few ships sounding off on the river. Finally, when everyone had stretched and breathed away their tension, melting into a deep state of relaxation, nothing could disturb our peace and calm. Not even the giant rats dancing and playing along the back wall. Yoga at the YMCA.